Where we going, guys?
Disney World!
Where are we going?
Disney World.
How's it going, guys? We're on our way down to Fort Wilderness. We're going to be staying there for a week this year. I did a video last year on it real quick. We was only there for 2 days last year, so I'm going to get into it a little bit more in depth this time. We're going to be going into the parks and stuff too, so I'll probably do a few videos on the parks. So I'm going to be doing I don't know which order I'm going to be uploading them in, but we'll have videos and all kinds of videos coming out the next few weeks. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and not miss out on anything. So when you pull in, probably the first thing you notice is how secure it is. You got to go through an initial guard check that if you're coming in for the first time, you stay to the left. And you'll go up to the second place here. Just pick any of these lanes. They have a green light. And then this is where you do your check-in. Once you're checked in, you just drive through right into the campground, and then they'll give you directions from there. If you do rent a golf cart, right here on the right through the check-in station is where you pick that up at. I'm going to get into golf carts here later in the video. There's 5 different campsites at Fort Wilderness, and it's really confusing on Disney's website. So I'm going to go over everything at the end of the video and show you each campsite difference and kind of explain. I have a map. I went up and talked to the front office and go through where everything's located throughout the park, because not only are you dealing with different size lots and different amenities on the lots like sewer hookups and stuff, you're also dealing with location also.
Now that we're all set up, we're going to go pick up our golf cart and check out what came through while we were getting ready to leave.
Like I said, you can rent and pick up the golf carts right when you come in the main entrance there on the right-hand side, ready to check in. I'd highly recommend booking them before you get down here, though, because usually they're sold out and you can't get them unless someone cancels.
I would highly recommend renting a golf cart or bringing a golf cart. It's just so vast. There's so many places to go that's spread out around the campground that you can definitely do it on a bicycle or walking. It's just a lot easier on a golf cart, especially if you have little kids. You can take the strollers and everything and throw them on the cart and just go. Everywhere around the campground has parking for golf carts also.
So there's basically 3 areas to the campground. I'm going to take you to the most centrally located place first, the Meadow. I'll show you what's around here to do. That way you can see what's here, and then we'll show you the other 2 later in the video. The most popular thing at the Meadow is the trading post. This is the biggest store at Fort Wilderness, and they have clothing, groceries, firewood. There's even some apparel and stuff in here that is collectible that you can only get at Fort Wilderness, so I'd definitely check this out. Another major attraction here is the pool area. Not only is there a major adult pool there, there's actually like a splash pad area for the kids. There's also a place to buy snacks and drinks and stuff. And then off to the side, there's pool tables and ping pong tables and stuff. So if you got someone that's just hanging out with you, doesn't want to get in a pool, there's an entertainment area there to get under shade that you can do things too. Just a short walk from the pool in the Meadow area, there's the bike barn pond area where basically you can rent bikes and fishing poles and canoes and go out on the pond and fish. And there's actually an area right off the back of the general store where you can fish also. You can use your own fishing gear too. You can buy bait there. There's also areas around, like you can go panning for gold with the kids. It's kind of set up, if you've ever been to the Yogi Bear Park, something similar to that. And also most nights there's a campground movie area where they play a Disney movie and the kids have time just to hang out there with other kids, and just a really good experience for the kids, plus the adults if you're really big into Disney movies. Now we're going to head down to the second most popular place in the park, and that'd be down by Bay Lake. So if you walk down here, when you get down here, and if you was looking at the playground, over to your left is where you'd find the 3 restaurants. You got P&G Southern Takeout. There's Crut, which is a quick serve restaurant. You can go in there and get like chicken nuggets and pizza and stuff. Then there's Crockert's Tavern Bar. Basically, it's a walk-up bar to the right of that. You just walk up and you can get drinks. There's the Trails End Restaurant, and that's more of a sit-down restaurant. You got to go in. Usually you have to have a reservation. You can go in and sit down, and it's an actual full course sit-down waitress-style meal. Then recently opened back up is the Hootie Doo Music Review. This has actually been in Fort Wilderness since it opened back in the 70s. And this is a meal where you sit down and watch a theatrical performance. It's really cool, definitely worth checking out. And then also new is the Chuck Wagon. It's a food truck that parks down here every once in a while, and you can get food there. Down towards Bay Lake, that's where you're going to catch the boat to the Magic Kingdom. And if you're going to go to the Magic Kingdom, this is definitely the way I would go. You can catch a boat within like 10 minutes, and you're at the gate of the Magic Kingdom, usually within 20-25 minutes, which is really fast. Also, you can rent pontoon boats down there, and then there's a beach. Actually, if the weather's nice, you can sit down there on the beach. Another nice thing about this area, down where you catch the boat, is a really good place to catch the Magic Kingdom fireworks when they're going on. Plus, you can see the light raft parade come through. The last part of the park would be the main entrance area. That's where you check in. Also, that's where you rent your golf carts, like I said. And then the biggest thing you're going to use it for is that's where you actually catch the buses to all the other places in Disney World except for the Magic Kingdom. Now, to catch those buses, you have to get up to the front of the park somehow. And there's 2 ways. Well, you either got to drive up there on your golf cart, or there's an internal loop bus around the park. So there'll be bus stations throughout the park. You go to that bus station, they'll pick you up, and then you ride up to that front bus station. You got to wait for another bus up there to get to the other parks. A few other things just scattered throughout the park. Up towards the front, there's tennis courts. And then on the eastern side of the park, there's actually a massive dog park, and there's a pretty decent sized playground beside it. And then there's also a pool up towards the front of the park also that's a lot smaller than the main one at the Meadow. So now we'll get into the different spot types, and then I'm going to go over a location on your map real quick at the end also. This is a tent / pop-up spot here. Probably could fit a smaller travel trailer in there, like maybe 15 to 18 feet long, and then maneuver your vehicle in there where it's off the road. But anything bigger than that, I don't think you're going to fit it. And these only come with water. There's no sewage at these. So these are your full hookup sites. Comes with water, sewage, and electric. They're real narrow and they're not real short. I mean, there's guys here with pretty decent sized motorhomes in there. I just don't know about getting a big like fifth wheel or anything in here. It'd be a little tight, and I think the spots are only 5 foot long if I remember right. You'd have to look at the specs on the internet, but they come with everything that the bigger sites do. It's just a little bit tighter spot. This is the preferred spot. It's basically the same as a full hookup. It's just really close to Bay Lake, so you can just jump on the boat and go to the Magic Kingdom. So this gives you an idea of your premium and premium Meadow spots. There's a lot of room on most of the spots to get in whatever you want, really. This is where you want to stay, ideally, with a big fifth wheel or a big like Class A dual axle motorhome. I mean, you can get them in the other spots for sure, but it's a lot easier, and you've got a lot more room on these on both sides. You can see how wide the pads are versus the other ones are just basically wide enough for the vehicle. These also come with full sewage, electric, and water cable. Here's a map of the campground. This is your check-in place here. So you come through here and you would drive up to the campsites. But when you come in, this is where you're going to catch your bus, the outpost to Epcot, not in Magic Kingdom. You're going to catch your bus to Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios here. Magic Kingdom, you catch at Bay Lake up here. You can take the boat across the Magic Kingdom, or you can take a bus across from here. This is where the bus stop is to the Magic Kingdom. You can take it across to the Magic Kingdom. So the different spots. So the underline spots, there's two sections. It's tents and popped up only. So here and here. Then we have the triangle spots is full hookup. So they're all in here. And there's one right here. And then we have your preferred spots, which is right up here. These are pretty good spots. This 100, you can actually walk right down to where the restaurants and stuff are, in their playground and the trading post. And then your premium sites is all around these square ones. They're all around the premium meadows. But there's nothing really different between the actual spots between the premium and the premium meadows. It's just the location. The premium meadows, you're going to be paying more because it's right around the meadows. So at the meadows, you got your pool, you got your where you rent fishing poles. You can go fishing in this little pond here. There's just a bunch of activities there that I went through earlier in the videos, like the tennis courts and stuff's all right here. So that's all going to be in this area here. The only thing that's not really here, like I said, is the restaurants are up here. There's a little restaurant at the pool, but other than that, everything else is down by the Bay Lake. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments and we'll do our best to help you out. Also, down in the description, a lot of times we drop links to stuff that'll save you money or cool things that we use on our campers, so make sure you check those out as well. Till next time, you guys stay safe out there.